So I came outside, lifted the door, put the supports under, going to clean all that up in there, and then my ADHD kicked in because I wanted to get the fan that I had sitting out here, plug it in to blow cooler air, blow the hot air out of the building so it wouldn't be so bad to work in. As I said, that's when my ADHD kicked in. There is my Cobalt extension cord with 100 foot of cord on it, but that's not the one I wanted to use, so I went looking for the other one. As I walked by my water well pump house, I noticed that I still had the blankets on it. Blankets are right there. So I decided to take the blankets off. I had put them on because it was cold, and I tried to insulate that house as much as I could. So then I had to go find my drill. So I found my drill, and it was exactly where I left it. But when I went to use it, I noticed, there's no tip on it. What was it that I needed the drill for again? So as I was trying to remember why I needed to use the drill, I noticed all of these leaves from a little palm tree that I have all over the ground. And I said, I need to pick all of those up. But I couldn't find a broom. Now this is the palm tree that was up on the porch. You can see all around the stems. I cut a bunch of that, actually pinched it with my fingers, pinched all the old dead stuff off, brought out into the sun, and hopefully it will survive. But I'm still trying to figure out why I needed the drill and bit. Then I came up on the porch, and it was really, really hot in this area. You can see that the sun is still shining in, and it's really hot. So I had one of these, wicker, I'm just going to call it a wicker screen, but I had to go find where it was, which is why I needed the drill and the bit, because I needed to put screws up there to hold this wicker shade. Now, lucky for me, the screws were still up on the header board, so all I had to do was hang up the wicker blind. But I still didn't have the bit for the end of the screwdriver. So I go in, I get this kit and open it up, and there's no bit in it. And then I noticed there was a cardinal down here on the steps, a little baby cardinal, female cardinal. So I'm thinking, maybe he wants some food. So then I start looking for food for the cardinal. Then I remember the bird food is in this Jack Daniel's barbecue bucket. So I figured, cool, I have some place to give food to the cardinal, or some food to give to the cardinal. Then I had to go to my little trash bin where I put all the plastics and tin that goes into the recycle bin, and found an old cat food container that I could put the bird seed in. So I put the bird seed in a little chicken of the sea chunk white tuna tin, and by that time, the cardinal was gone. Only to notice that the cardinal was out there at that bird feeder eating, so all that I had just done wasn't necessary. But I still haven't found the bit. So as I'm standing here looking for the bit, I look over and see the shutters that I took down. I took these down in the wintertime so the sun could come in the front windows of the house and heat up the house without having to turn the heater on. But I still haven't found my bit. So I come back down these stairs. I'm going to go into the building to see if I can find my other tool container that has the bits in it. And then I realized why I wanted the bit. I wanted the bit because I wanted to take one of these sets of black shutters and put over the window where my brother's room is, because behind me, basically this is north and that's west. So anyway, the sun comes up and it shines right in his window, and that's why I needed the bit. So as I got mad because I couldn't find the T15 bit that I needed, or actually the T25 bit that I needed, I put my hands in my pocket, and there it was. The bit was in my pocket the whole time. So I take the bit, come over, and go through the screw selection I have. Some of the bits are small, and this is like a 15, but other ones are for the 25, which are like this. So I gathered some of these up, grabbed the shutter system, and I walk back over to that side of the house. I get to this side of the house and I say, I'm going to need a ladder to stand on. So let's go find the ladder. So I walk over here to the lean-to, thinking the ladder should be up there. There's a taller one, but I don't need that one. I need the shorter one. And it's not there. So now I got to go find the ladder. And there's the step ladder. It was there the whole time. So I had the step ladder. I had the screws. I had the screwdriver, the drill bit. I had the bit. So then I had to go put the shutter on, which I did. And I put screws up there to hold it in place. But then I had to find wood to make these to hold the shutter away from the window. And I got smart this time, or so I thought, and I pre-drilled holes in a piece of wood I found, but it still split because I wasn't paying attention and I drove the screws in too far. So, remember, all of this started because I was looking for an extension cord to turn on a fan inside my building. So I get ready to go back in my house because I want to walk through the house to get to the back part of the house where I think the extension cord is. So here's the thermometer in the house. I walked in, it said 100 degrees. Now it's down to about 89 because I decided I was going to put an air conditioner in the window. So I went into the back room, got my dehumidifier air conditioner system, and was going to put it over in the corner and put that hose outside the window. But then I realized I didn't have the hoses that go on the back to drain out the water. So technically, I can't use this until I find the hoses. So I come back where I had it hooked up and realized the hoses aren't here. So I decided to say to skip that right now because I'm still trying to find the extension cord to put the fan in the shed so I can clean out the shed so I can put the cars in the shed. So I had an air conditioner in this window and decided to use this window air conditioner for the front room. So the air conditioner's in the window. I cleaned out the filter screen. It's running great. Temperature is cooling down. Remember, it was 100 degrees in the house and now it's down to 89. So once everything gets cooler, it should be much better. But here's another problem I had. As I was putting the air conditioner in the window, my arm caught the curtain that was keeping the sun from coming in the house. I tripped, I fell, I bent the curtain rod hanger, and in the meantime, I broke the window. So you can see there's a bit of a gap here. So I have to figure out how I'm going to fix that window. So in the meantime, I went and got a new curtain rod and put new curtains up. So originally, I had 4 of these. One here, one there, one here, one there. But it didn't match because of where the seal is here. So I got other curtains. I put 2 green ones in the middle, the 2 red ones on the end. And so, remember, I started out looking for an extension cord to put a fan in my garage. So I found the extension cord. It was right where I left it, not where it should have been. So as I go to grab a hold of this extension cord to go put the fan in the shed so I can work where it's cooler, the cat came talking to me, said she was hungry and needed food. So I go and check, and lo and behold, she had no food. So now I feed the cat. Now in the meantime, I walk on the back porch and realize I can smell cat urine. It seems the cat went to pee in this spot here by the back door, so I had to go find a cutting knife to cut the carpet out, put some bleach on it, and hopefully get rid of the smell, which it does not because it's all right there. So yep, looks like I want to get some of that Kiln's paint to cover up the urine smell. So as I'm walking back through the house, I can smell something in the house. I open the bathroom door and I can see around the base of my toilet that there's moisture and it's leaking. So I had all of this sort of a rubber membrane on the floor because I haven't quite decided what I'm going to put on the floor in the bathroom. And I found out now that the seal for the toilet is leaking. So then I tear all this stuff up, go look at the around the toilet where it's leaking, and it's leaking pretty good. So now I have to go to the store and buy a seal. So as I'm getting ready to head out the door, I realize that there's no curtain on this glass. So I stop and think about what I'm going to do. And then I had this curtain left over from the front room. So I go back and then I have to find a curtain rod to put the curtain rod up, to put the curtain on. And as you can see, that part is done. So as I come out, get ready to go, I walk over to the car, realize I don't have my keys. So then, every time I leave my house, even if there's somebody here, I take my keys and I lock the door. But I did not have my house keys with me, and I left them in the house. So now I can't go anywhere because I don't have my wallet either. So now I have to find a way to go back in the house, get the keys, and then go buy a toilet seal gasket. So I come around the back part of the house. I don't ever lock these doors, so I knew I could at least get on this porch. I come around and realize that the back door was left open, so I could get back in the house to get my keys and my wallet to go to Lowe's to buy a toilet gasket. And then I see the purple extension cord, which is the reason why this entire video started. So as I get ready to go out this door a second time, I realize, stop. You're looking for an extension cord to put a fan in the shed, to clean out the shed. Get back to that. So now it's plugged into the outlet, up over the beam, over the tree, under the branch, fed through the side, bring over to, and then boom, there's the fan. Wow, talking about an ADHD moment. I actually started this about 12 o'clock noon trying to find the extension cord. And you just watched the entire video of what sometimes my day turns into. Hopefully you don't have days like that, but if you do, may you always find a solution. That's all for now. Be good to yourself, be nice to each other, and put things back where they're supposed to be, not where you lay them down. Take care. Bye.